So it's Saturday. It's family day. No shop today. Me and the wife got a concert later. Riot Fest. My youngest one decided she wanted to donate some books, so we're doing that right now. We got Riot Fest tonight. I'm looking forward to Wu-Tang and Slayer. So we got that going on today. I'll be at the shop tomorrow. I got some welding to do, a little bit of fabrication. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. So I got a couple tips today that I want to share with you guys. Maybe if you're new to welding, this stuff would help you. I'm TIG welding aluminum today, aluminum intercooler piping to be exact. So I figured I'd just hop on, even if you've been welding, maybe, hey, never even thought about that, or, this is just to help you guys. So first things first, I see a lot of guys welding too with short sleeve shirts on. You got to be careful with skin cancer, or not gloves either. Skin cancer is no joke. Cancer in general is no joke, of course. So yeah, that's one of my first tips. Second tip, if you're doing aluminum, and if you don't know, when you do aluminum, the tungsten balls up at the end, and you can see the camera focusing it. Basically what I suggest is just taking a piece of scrap metal and striking an arc and just working the tungsten around a little bit to get that ball to form, so you don't have to get it to form on your actual workpiece. Another tip that I see overlooked a lot is with the filler rod. If you're new to all this and stuff, cut it down. It's going to help you hold that a little bit better. The other thing too, and I got these gloves on because if you're messing with acetone a lot, very bad for your skin. So, and I don't suggest doing this with your welding gloves on, because if you get acetone on those gloves, they will actually light on fire and you won't be able to see it underneath your hood. You'll be able to feel it, but so a lot of guys don't clean their rod. You gotta clean your rod, guys. This is a brand new rod, straight out of the box or the container that we have, and you can see that's just with one quick swipe. So that's another suggestion that I have. It's gonna help you get a clean, good-looking weld. Of course, always clean your material, but you can just see, just going back and forth there, how dirty that is. So that's another little tip of mine. That's basically it for now. I'll get some footage of me welding. One tip that I actually forgot, and it doesn't matter how you do it either. When you're welding, get comfortable. Get comfortable with both hands. I don't care if you got to set something up, a tripod, a pair of vice grips to rest both of your hands. It's going to help you lay a better bead down. Little quick rundown too, what I was mentioning about positioning yourself, getting comfortable. I got a pair of these vice grips if I ever need to put my arm you know, rest my arm somewhere, rest my elbow, whatever it is. Comes with any kind of welding too, you know, especially if you're just starting off. You know, the key is to get comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable, make sure your arms and your hands are steady and whatnot. So hopefully a little tip like that helps. So we got this set up in here today. This guy's a pretty good distance away. I forgot how long he said. He's got like a 2 or 3 hour drive here, but basically long and the short is he was getting some E-tunes done by somebody else, and the car just wouldn't start afterwards. So he thought he was having an ECU issue. It just turned out to be the tune itself. So made some adjustments. It fired right up. One of the things too, though, about these AN fittings, and I didn't notice when I first came in here. If you're not familiar with AN fittings, these got to be up here. These are fuel lines, so this is a big risk if this wants to come off. You know, this is just, it's probably his first time doing AN fitting, so no big deal. You know, we'll let him know. I'm sure he'll tell us to fix them. So we got that going on today. Nice little overflow bottle. Walk over here to Festiva. We're trying to get this thing started and going, and we found out that the ground cable is not so good, so got that going on. We have go through here really quick. Parts. Got an MDX being worked on. This one's getting a timing belt and stuff done, but this one's actually cool because when we pulled up the timing belt stuff, there is actually a TSB. You got the TSB handy? Sorry, interrupting somebody's lunch, so I don't want to. Sure, they don't want to be on camera eating. So, actually, I'll do this really quick. So on this MDX, there is a TSB. Very important TSB, because if you don't follow it, you're going to get a chirping noise afterwards. So hopefully you can hear me over the TV. If not, no big deal. But yeah, so that's what we got going on for us today. TSB, MDX, timing belt. Stuff like this is always key to make sure. Because like I said, we don't want a timing belt chirping after we get it done. So this is on all these models, pretty much all of them listed. So that's what we got going on today. I will keep them coming. So we got this car that I was supposed to be tuning. Unfortunately, when I went to sit in it and had it running, the alternator wasn't charging. So we've been kind of tracing down an alternator issue. It would pop the fuse every time we went to start it. Customer put a new motor in. The old motor, it was old and tired, I guess you should say. Unfortunately, after we got this running too, you know, took off the oil cap, and the amount of blow-by that we're getting and pressure from the crankcase, it's not good. So this is one that I told him I do not want to tune. As far as the alternator wire goes, we basically, for now, we bypass the harness itself. It gets to a point on some of these cars, and now keep in mind how old these cars are getting. You know, realistically, this one is, what is this, like a 98, 2000? I mean, these cars are getting 20 years old, so the harnesses are starting to take a beating. And instead of going through the whole harness, taking everything apart, we got it so the car will run. He can drive it home. I'm going to recommend in something like this, you know, it's best bet to go with the rye wire harness. For the amount of labor we're going to have into it, fixing the harness, you can get a whole brand new harness. So we got that one up right now. I have another appointment getting dropped off for a tune, and keep you guys updated, man. So I got this car running right now, and this is what I was talking about. A little bit of pressure is not the end of the world, but you know, that's a good amount of pressure that's getting trapped inside the engine, and he does have a catch can too, so it's not, you know, it's not something that's going to be good on the dyno. So we'll see what he wants to do on that. But yeah, battery is charging now. See the battery charging right there. We got this MDX out here. We just did the timing belt on it. We are now doing a valve adjustment. Front cylinders are done. We are now going to the back cylinders. And as I walk from the front of the shop to the back of the shop, we got this one up on the dyno. But unfortunately, our dyno stack decided that it did not want to work today. So we're going to take this all apart, clean it out, see if we can get it back working, and seeing if we continue to dyno. So, yeah, not fun. And for people that don't know the dyno, this is basically, or a dyno, this is what controls the dyno. You have the thing that starts the dyno, that stops the dyno, the wideband sensor, all the power stuff, better known as the dyno stack. It's got the weather and the temp weather station in there, so the dyno can calculate what it's doing. So yeah, let's see if we can get this thing working again. So we're back. It's about 8 o'clock. Been here since 8 o'clock this morning. Lost about 7 good hours getting this thing back working. It is what it is. Came in at 8, tried to get a jump start on the day, and that did not happen. So we got this Nissan on the dyno, making some good power. What I wanted to cover here really quick, give you guys a little pointer, is spark plug gap. And I'll come over here. So you can do it any other way. Yeah, some guys will push on the spark plug. We put them in the vise. They do have a special tool for it as well. Sorry, multitasking here. Rule of thumb is when you have to close the gap, if you're running, high boost levels, get it as close as possible without touching. I mean, that's basically the rule of thumb. So, we'll put this on the vise. See if I could put it here in one hand. So it is in there with one hand, and you can see the gap. And basically, you just want to squeeze it on down. This is very important too. If if you got a car that's making some good power, a tuner should always tell you this. If you swap out the plugs, gap them. If a guy comes here and he needs, plugs gap down the road, it's something that takes me seconds, so I would do it for free. So this is an older plug that I pulled out, but you get the idea. So hopefully that's a helpful tip. I am done for the night. Take care, guys. What's going on, guys? So we're sitting inside this BMW that I was supposed to tune today. Got dropped off late yesterday night. I won't say late, but 4 o'clock. So this one's supposed to be up on the dyno today. I go over my own checklist before I actually strap it onto the dyno. I do this to save time. And save the customer in the long run. If I strap it onto the dyno and then find an issue and we have to pull it back off the dyno, you still got to pay for the tune. So, if you don't follow me on Facebook Live, we have a dyno checklist that we hand out, and it's 100% free. You can email us. We will send you one. We can send you an electronic copy, or you can stop in. One of the things in here, and you will see it's actually the third one down, battery alternator. This car, the alternator is not charging. And if the alternator is not charging, I can't tune it correctly. So I informed the customer that we could test the alternator and see if the alternator is good. The customer already talked to me about his wiring. His wiring is what nightmares are made out of. He's going to clean it all up himself. That's fine. The car's running. I don't need to touch that at all. No big deal. Unfortunately, now that we have this alternator issue, that comes into play. The other thing too, when he dropped the car off, he said it wouldn't run correctly. It has no IACV. I got into the tune that was on the car. He had a couple major settings changed that he shouldn't have changed. The car runs and fires up on its own. The car runs and fires up on its own, like you can see. That took me about 10 minutes to find the issue. Little stuff like that. I always encourage people to do things themselves. But if it's way out of your range, don't do it. You're going to cause more problems than it's worth. So in this case, at least the car runs and idles a little bit better. We got to figure out the alternator issue. No big deal. As I told him, the one big plus in all this is, like I said, I didn't strap it on the dyno. I have said countless number of times, especially if you watch me live on Facebook, I'm here to save people money. Some people might think it's a load of BS, but like I said, if I were to put this thing on the dyno, and we have on the dyno waiver too, it says, have you read the checklist? This is a time where we'll sit down with the customer and go back and forth. He'll let us know, yeah, there might be a problem here or there. Can you look into it, keep an eye on it? That's fine, no big deal. But this is why we have the checklist. And if you guys are not capable of doing stuff on the checklist, let's say you don't have the means to check if the alternator's charging, or you don't know, that's fine. But you got to inform us. You got to let us know, so it saves us time. Fortunately, how I'm scheduling tunes, this is no big deal. If he wants us to look into it a little bit deeper, take off the alternator, test it, we'll do so. We'll figure it out. So that's what we got going on right now. Figured I'd jump in, make a video. So it's about 9 o'clock Thursday. Walk outside and you guys can see. It is dark out, the lights are on. So eating dinner here at the shop by myself tonight. Flip the camera around, we got the patio. Went with the cheeseburger today. If you're not familiar with the patio, pretty much anything they got there is pretty damn decent. I usually get the Monterey chicken sandwich with barbecue sauce and bacon and Monterey Jack cheese. We got this going on. The office manager bought all this stuff, aka the wife. She tried assembling it earlier today. She was super busy answering phone calls, responding back to people. So I decided to stay a little bit late today. Got a lot of stuff going on in the back still. Got a dyno tune set up for tomorrow morning. I'm going to eat my food really quick, and I'll walk on back there. Just got finished with this. Took about a half hour or so. Got Parks and Rec in the back. Not really a big TV person, but just like to have background music on. So we got, let's see what we got going on here back here. Got the splitter for the Miata that is on the dyno. Got a Miata over here that we're going to be messing with Mega Squirt tomorrow. Here's the Miata that's on the dyno. Ready for tomorrow. It's turboed. That splitter was for this vehicle. Had to take it off because it would not clear the straps for the dyno. A little bit of different exhaust. And that's pretty much about it, guys. I'm gonna go home, try to get some sleep. I'll be back here tomorrow about 8:30. Wrap this car up. Get on to the next one. We'll go from there. Hopefully you guys are liking these updates. So we're back. It is Friday. We're in this Miata. Getting everything pretty much dialed in. Going over the tune, smoothing everything out like it should be. It's 9:43. We're not even open yet. So this car's on Mega Squirt, and one of the issues you never want to have in Mega Squirt, where the car basically just shuts off, is the lost sync counter. You see, it's already got 5 of them, and I'm not even into this thing. Been on it for about 10 minutes or so. Basically, when it loses sync, the car wants to shut off. That's never a good thing. Won't really affect the tune, but something that the customer is going to want to check out and look into. We got everything else going on out there. Wrapping up the Fiesta over there. We'll see what else we got going on today. I'll hop out here in a little bit and get some more video. So we got a new tool that just arrived. Got to use our neighbor's forklift. It's actually came a lot quicker than expected. New tools are always fun. Can you guys guess what's inside? We'll get it down and unbox it. Show you guys what we got. Should definitely help production go a little bit quicker here. Okay, what's going on? Wrapping up for Friday. Didn't get a chance to do a follow-up video on the Miata. Had to get out a little early because the kids have a block party. So we're walking to the block party right now. It's a school block party. We made his horsepower goals are 200 horsepower, and we hit 199.5. And at that point, we picked up the fan and shot it right into the turbo and made 204. So we got some video. I'll get up there, or I'll get it before or after this. Forgot to get the unboxing video of our new little tool, so we got that going on too. I'm set to be there tomorrow, so I'll take some more videos. So hopefully everyone else has a good Friday night. So it's Saturday. Gonna be at the shop in a little bit, but taking care of the pool right now. This is my mother's pool. So we've been upkeeping this all year long, ever since my father passed away. He used to always do it, so got that going on. I'm going to be at the shop here in a little bit. Got a couple meetings set up, a couple phone meetings. I'm going to go over a couple things as well, and then wrap up the videos for the week, and hopefully upload it tomorrow. So hopefully everyone's enjoying their weekend. So we're back at the shop. Just finished up closing the pool up. Done for this season. Sad to see summer go. But I wanted to address something really quick, because I had 2 phone calls this week at least, and I kind of was explaining the same exact thing, and I figured why not do a little bit of, throw a little more tech in the video. Probably will be the last video before I edit it for the week, so let me flip the camera around. And I forgot to do a unboxing video. This was, if you're on our Facebook, we just got this new bandsaw used bandsaw, I should say, but new bandsaw. Our other bandsaw kind of took crap, so this one will be a nice little. This one will help. So let's talk about boost controllers really quick. You got your standard electronic boost controller, better known as EBC. Then you have a manual boost controller. I guess I won't say better known as, what people call it, NBC. So basically, it's pretty damn simple. This basically is going to trick the wastegate to think that it's seeing less boost to keep it closed. You turn it up, you're going to make more boost. There's only so much that this little guy can handle before the wastegate just says, nope, I'm opening up. Same with this one, but this one is a little bit more, I guess you can say, stronger. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but you know, in simplicity, a manual boost controller is going to hook up to, and this is a knockoff wastegate I pulled off the shelf that I'm just trying to sell. Manual boost controller always hooks up to the side. Now, an electronic boost controller always hooks up to the top, and you do got to run, this one's a 3-port, one is vented to atmosphere, so you do got to run a little bit differently, but electronic boost controller is going to hold the wastegate shut. It's not tricking the wastegate. It's gonna literally hold it shut. In most it's different in every program, but in most programs, it's what you're controlling something is called the duty cycle, and it depends how fast this opens and closes. But if you're trying to have more steady, accurate boosts without the wastegate creeping open, I call it boost flutter, boost. I won't call it boost creep, but basically you could see it on a dyno run where the wastegate's opening up a little bit and then closing. This is when you're maxing out like a manual boost controller. This will keep the wastegate closed a lot better and help you make power. On top of that, most programs that I know of, you can set something up called boost by gear, which will help you grab traction in first and second and third gear depending on your power. So, if you have to pick, it all depends on the application, I'll say that. Electronic boost controller usually is going to win. If you got a standard, smaller setup, not trying to make the most power in the world, you can go with one of these. Nice, simple, and easy. You don't have to wire it in, don't have to deal with any of that stuff. So, I guess both of them have their place. It all just comes down to the setup and what you're trying to do. With that being said, we'll wrap up the video. Flip the camera around. You get to see my face one more time here. I appreciate everybody subscribing, liking the videos. What we're going to start doing here, working with a couple companies for people that watch these videos, we're going to give you some free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff. On top of the free stuff, I'm going to throw in some discount codes, throw in some coupon codes that are in these videos that if you watch, you'll know, and you'll be able to use it towards parts or labor. So keep watching, keep subscribing, keep sharing, do what you guys are doing. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys had a good week. It's been a long week here. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll be back doing the videos come Monday. Take care, guys. Okay, so I'm doing one more video. Maybe I'll do another one too. As I just mentioned too, and if you know me and if you follow me on Facebook, I'm all about giving and helping others out. I wanted to add to this video because I'm still at the shop. I'm cleaning, basically preparing for Monday, and we have a real loyal customer of ours. Sorry about that we chose to. We wanted to give him something. And this kind of goes without saying, like I said, we want to give people stuff. We want to, help others. So as you know, we got the new bandsaw, and we've had this in storage forever. At one point, it served its purpose here. Of course, we outgrew it. We didn't need it anymore, but we kept it around just in case. I figured today that I'd pick a customer, and I picked this customer out that I think he deserves this. He does a little fab work out of his garage. He likes to mess around with stuff. Like I said, guys, I do everything for you guys. I love giving back to you guys. There's no underlying, thing why I do these videos. So I'm gonna wrap this video up. When he comes here and picks it up, I'm gonna show loading it into the car, in case any doubters think that it's just going in the garbage or someone actually bought it. If he wants to get on camera, I'll definitely bring him on camera too. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep cleaning up the shop, guys. We're outside right now. Customer's picking up this bandsaw. I'm only showing the pickup because I know there's got to be some doubt that people don't think we're giving stuff away. This is in his car. It's all good, and he can insist that he paid nothing for it. It's all free, right?
That was great. Yep.
All free. There you go. So go subscribe, like, or if you already did, do all that stuff. I guess if you're watching this video, you still don't have to subscribe per se, but yeah, most definitely. I'll keep the giveaways coming. Thanks a lot, guys.